I'd like to talk about coincidences and what it means to our path, how we live life, and how we can use them to make life just an amazing walk using coincidences and synchronicity to help us on this path. So, the definition of coincidences: a coincidence is a surprising sequence of events happening at the same time by pure chance without any obvious connection or causal link. The key here is random. Is it really random? And I'm sure you've seen things happen in your life that you thought were random, and then you realize it wasn't. Like, a lot of people have heard this over and over. They'll be looking for some answers to something, and they're walking in a bookstore and a book falls off a shelf, or maybe it opens up. They see someone reading it, and then they get curious, or they're online and they see something or someone talking about something that they're really interested in, and then they go and research who the author is, that they wrote a book. All these things just lead one to the next, and it is our divine creator and our guides showing us the way. The divine creator sees from a much larger perspective. So does our guides. So they can see where we need to go on our path. And they love us dearly. So they want to help us along the way on this path, on our journey. So one of the ways that this is done from spirit and the divine is through coincidences and synchronicities. And if we really think about that, that means that nothing is random, that there are no coincidences, that everything happens for a reason, everything. And that is profound. So knowing this, we can use coincidences and synchronicities to help us along our way as a guide to making life so much easier, so much more peaceful. We know that if everything happens for a reason, we can make different decisions. So just an example on my own path. I live in a city that sits on the water, beautiful city as cities go. I love the water, I love the ocean, I love boats. It has been part of my career for many years. I've lived here over 30 years, and it's been really wonderful for me. It has helped me in my growth, has helped me through many different things, and I've really enjoyed the city. But in the past 5 years, I felt an energy shift in me, and I felt that I can see the busyness in the city. It started becoming obvious. Everyone's rushing. There's this particular city identity, and what we look like, and it's very prevalent. So I don't resonate with these things anymore. Probably never did, in the sense of identity and stuff, the way it has become that way. But I've noticed that my energy sometimes struggles with being in the city, and I have to pay attention more of the tools that I use, like meditation and so forth, while I'm in the city. So recently, the past few years, I've also been drawn to the mountains. There's just a pull there, and I noticed that when I'm there, my energy totally resonates differently. It's peaceful. The towns are small. The people connect with each other, and they enjoy community. It's different. Identity is not a big deal, but the whole energy of it, just being in the forest, is is different for me. And what I've noticed, of course, is I never, at the time wasn't thinking of it, but while I'm up there, I'm around water everywhere. There are waterfalls, streams, lakes. This is where the water originates. So I really enjoy being in the forest around the water, being in a peaceful place, but in that, being close to nature. And every time I leave, then I come back to the city. It comes back with me. It stays with me longer. And again, don't get me wrong, the city, for someone who resonates in cities, it's a beautiful city. So, but I started seeing that my guides are leading me to a different place so that I can grow, so that my energy can, while my energy is resonating in that place, it's easier for me to grow. So sometimes we fight this and we stay where we are because this is just how it is. This is our job. This is the places that we need to do. So I started asking questions, and to the divine, how can I make this move? And you need to be patient, but be aware. So when you ask a question, and try it yourself. Ask a question of something that you want to do, ask a question of a decision you have to make, or anything like that. And you will see that the answers will come. And one of the ways is we're talking about here now is the coincidences and synchronicity. So ask the question, and you need to pay attention. And stay open to the guidance. You could be, let's say you're looking for a new home. And by the way, our divine creator and our guides, they have a great sense of humor. And, just for example, we're talking about a home, it could be a coincidence like you're driving down the street and a chicken crossed your path. And you ask the question, why did the chicken cross the road? And it could be as simple as when the chicken crossed the road, your car slowed down, and then all of a sudden you saw a for sale sign on a house that looked perfect for something you're looking for. And after investigating it, you found out that it was the perfect house for you. And it's just one of the ways, when we pay attention, we will get the answers. And again, try it on your own. Try it and be patient and be open. You need to surrender. You can't try to figure out the hows. Just look at the guidance. Think you're walking on a path and you have all these wonderful guides helping you to see how to walk that path with your senses and with information that is being given to you. So, and you have to remember too, when you're doing this, you need to not give it just to the logical mind. You need to trust your gut. You need to trust your instincts. You need to trust your body. Your body, you need to get both working together. You use the mind to take the actions, but trust the body. Trust the body to feel it, to feel what what was that coincidence? Feel it and see it, and then, give it to the mind, and just don't overanalyze it. Don't overthink it. And so that's just an example of using coincidences and synchronicities to help you on your path. I'm sure there are many that you've seen, but what I'm trying to talk about here, what I want to talk about here, is how profound it is that the coincidences are just not random, and it can help you in every part of your daily life. It can help you with decisions. It could help you to find that place, of peace. Just ask that question, am I safe? That's a lot of things that is something that a lot of us have to deal with on a daily basis. We've grown up to, in a life that maybe we never felt safe. And so we continue to keep thinking and have these beliefs that we're not safe. So you can ask the divine, am I safe? show me that I'm safe. Show me, that everything is okay and that everything will be okay. And they will. Just, again, stay aware, stay open. When you see these coincidences and you see these synchronicities, stay aware and stay open, and always ask the question, why? What is Spirit trying to show me? And in my own life, it really has made a lot of changes. It has, I look at things so differently now. When I go back to my conditioning and I don't feel good, I start to ask the question, okay, how can I feel better now? What do I need to do? What am I resisting? And what, again, this is all part of the process. And if you're resisting something, and you probably are if you're not feeling good, you're misaligned. And ask the question, look for the guidance, and stay open. And you'll see that the answer is there. And you have to, be ready for it. It's something that you may not want the answer to all the time, because you're thinking one way, that I should be going in this direction, and your guides and the divine is showing you, you should, not should, but it would be better to go in that direction. It'll feel better. So when you use, that's why I say use your body, the feeling. If you're not feeling good, you need to ask a question, why am I not feeling good? I want to feel good. That's what we are. And it's start to balance it. And then again, we're going to use coincidences and synchronicities to get the answers to these things. Sometimes I'm in the morning and I'm walks, and I'm hearing the birds singing. Say, for example, this morning I was on a walk, and there was this older lady with a dog, and a lot of people love to walk their dogs, and it's pretty early in the morning. But I can see that this dog is more taking this lady for a walk than she's taking the dog for a walk, because she doesn't have control of the dog. And I'm seeing it coming towards me, and my body, my instincts are telling me something's not right here. But you know what? I'll just continue going along. This is my mind now, starting to do the thinking, and I'll just keep moving along and see what happens. But I could tell you, my body was saying something's not right here. Maybe we should just avoid the dog and the older lady. So as I walk, coming up to the lady, and the dog is coming, pulling her straight towards me. And as we walk by each other, I'm just smiling. I told her good morning. The dog, as we go by, I can see, the dog goes by, and then all of a sudden it jumps on the back of my legs and starts barking, but it's holding on to me. So I move away and I keep walking. And, so, I looked at the lady and asked if the dog's a puppy. Now, I didn't like the fact that the dog jumped on me, but this happens. So I asked the question, what was that about? Because there are no coincidences, and there is a reason for this happening. And at the time, I came up with, this is a way we're trying to show you how to trust your instincts, trust your body, trust your gut, instead of just your mind. So I trusted my mind for something that I shouldn't trust it for. The mind analyzes and takes action. But to make a decision and to get that information, I get it through spirit, through the body, through the coincidence. And, as I say, no coincidences, just through events that are not random. So once I'm aware of that, next time, maybe I'll cross the road and then come back over. And that's just an example of just my daily walk. And, I do encourage you to practice this, try it, have fun with it, and you'll see it makes such a difference in your daily life. It helps you stay connected to source. It gives you that feeling that, yes, I am being guided. I can have guidance. If I'm aware of what the guidance is, I can make, again, better decisions. I can have more fun. A lot of times, you look at your day starts one way, and then all of a sudden you start seeing things changing. Events start happening that, you have to change your day up because something came up and you need to do this. And what happens is we get angry and we get frustrated and we get, upset. Now, if there's nothing random, this is happening for a reason. So if you see that that's happening, adjust. Say, hey, all right, let me take a step back. Let me be patient. I don't know why it's happening. I can ask and I can just be aware and go with the flow. I can guarantee you it's your guides, it's the divine showing you to go a different way for whatever it is. Don't resist it. Ask again, why are you showing me this? Show me show me the reason for this. What should I do next? And stay open to the flow. It happens to me often, and because I'm aware, I can adjust and not be upset. I can say, all right, let's see what's going to happen next. I'm just going to do it, and just not start judging everything. And why is this happening? I need to do this, and I need to. We don't need to do anything. We have a plan for the day, and that's our plan, and that's okay. We need to plan our days, but when something happens that changes that plan, just like the GPS, just reset, reevaluate where you need to go, just see and go to that next step. And you'll see how your day just changes. And look back at the end of the day, the miracles that happen, what you can actually look back and see what the divine, your guides were trying to show you, where they wanted you to go in that direction for you, so that you can have a better day, so that you can learn something new, so that you can grow, showing you answers to questions you've been asking maybe for years, something you haven't thought about in a while. So we're here refocusing and go the next step. Enjoy the day, have fun, and make your plans. But if they seem to be not working out and you're kind of like forcing it and overthinking it, relax and go with the flow and, enjoy the next step. Just kind of be an observer and look and see what happens. And, life will change for you. You'll feel more at peace. You'll feel joy. Abundance is everywhere. So it's showing you that too, because sometimes we're going through a day and we need something from that day. And it doesn't have to be financial. It could be, maybe you want to spend time with people. Maybe we want peace. We want to be doing something that makes us feel, that we want to be in a quiet place. And we're being guided from those coincidences and synchronicities. So this is something that I think, again, will help us all if we realize that nothing is random. We're all connected. Everything is connected. We live in a world that this is just the way it is. And it is awesome to know that that is the case, and that we can walk our path knowing that this is one of the ways that the divine connects with us and guides us and shows us how to really enjoy our time here. We will be open to our purpose. We will help to serve others. So we always have these questions. Be curious, ask, and you will see that the answers will come from those coincidences and synchronicities.